for asking. I'm feeling so delicious, so cute, so ready to give you, girl, the second episode. I still can't believe it's so weird being like, welcome back to my podcast. I'm like not ready for that. Like I just got used to the whole welcome back to my channel thing. So it's like very, very strange. But yeah, welcome back to my podcast, Nigel, a personal podcast. I'm so excited for episode 2. I do want to quickly give a shout out to just anyone who listened to the first episode, whether it be as the audio upload on YouTube or as a Spotify play or Google Play, iTunes, wherever you listened. I appreciate you so much. It's still so weird to me that people would be interested in what's going on in my mind and the things that I have to say. I'm still trying to not be super phased by it and just continue this process of growing as an influencer and as a YouTuber. I am truly living my dreams and manifestations right now, and that is why that is the topic and title and all of that of this episode. I literally just want to focus on that because I feel like I would not be here if it wasn't for those two things. And it was believing, is that even a word? Believing. See, I'm still nervous. Can you believe that? What was I saying? Sorry. So if it wasn't for me believing in myself and having to believe in my own dreams and manifestations, I just would not have any of the things that I have right now. And I just feel so lucky. I work really hard for all the things I have going on right now, but it really does start with that whole just believing in something and fighting for your dreams and truly manifesting them. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about how I did that and how I feel about it. I do want to quickly plug, I'm going to most likely have the intro to my new single, which is available for pre-save right now on iTunes and Spotify, as well as Amazon Music. It is You Want Me by my drag persona, Jasmine Anastasia. I'm so excited to give you guys this song. And again, it's so weird how everything just literally connects. I'm giving these quick little commercials for you guys, but at the end of the day, these were the dreams and the manifestations that I wanted to bring for myself. So it's so weird to even be plugging these things, but it's my second single and I'm so excited. I just started heavily producing and writing music full time this year along with YouTube, and it's just been amazing. I feel so happy to have that therapy outlet. So You Want Me is my second single and it's fully produced by me, and I'm so excited to give it to you guys. It's just it's really sharing a slice of my soul when it comes to that song, as well as all the songs I have coming out this year. But so You Want Me is available for pre-save right now, and if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do so. Nigel Battle is my YouTube channel, and then I have a second YouTube channel, which is Nigel Battle YouTube Coach, where you can learn how to grow your brand, grow your YouTube channel, do all of the things that I've kind of been teaching myself this whole past year of just being a small creator and entrepreneur and breaking into this industry blindly and just going for it and really, really building up subscribers and building up a brand just based off of being myself. It's just so raw, it's so real, and I'm kind of just I'm documenting it all through this process. So it's just been a dream come true. So subscribe to those YouTube channels, even if you're not interested. If you want to just subscribe just to support, that would be great. And if you are, I hope you guys get so much content and value from the both how-to videos and teaching classes that I have on the YouTube channel, as well as the variety channel that I have with all of my music and drag music videos and all that. And you know what, honestly, special shout out to everyone who is I can't say everyone because it's such a small group, and I know it is, there's a couple people who have spoken up aloud in comments and stuff and have said I watch everything you do, or like I listen to everything you do, every song, every podcast, all the channel, and I'm like, stop it. Like, it's just a couple of people, but if you're one of those people, let me just tell you right now, like, thank you. Like, it it means so much to me. Even if you're not one of those people and just one of the things I do interests you, whether it be the drag music, the makeup, the reaction videos, the YouTube coaching, even if it's just one of those things, I still thank you so much. Like, and my gratitude is just, it's too much. Like, I just love you guys, and I know that none of this would be possible without people like that. And that is the type of energy I dreamed about and I manifested. So, a little bit about my story. I literally, my whole life, everyone told me, you know, YouTube is perfect for you. YouTube is this, is that. It's exactly perfect for your personality. So, I went through this whole life where everyone thought I could do YouTube but me. So, I thought I was talented. I loved doing theater. I expressed myself on stage like vigorously through theater. I did community theater while doing shows, so like I would do that at the same time, along with like choir rehearsal, then chamber choir, then extreme all state choir. It was like all these extra things I was always doing to perfect my talents, and I knew I wanted to be somewhat of an entertainer and performer, but I just couldn't put a finger on what would be like, you know, the best, what would be the best job for me, like as an adult. It was just like insane, and I feel so grateful for opening myself up to dreams and manifestations, because it's just like I was lost before that, I feel like. And in the middle of that 10 years of people telling me to do YouTube and yada yada yada, I would watch YouTube, but I was just like not alert. Like, I was not alive while watching, you know what I mean? I just feel like I was just like an autopilot watching it. And then I just one day, in like, well, not one day, exactly a year ago one day exactly a year ago, I started watching it from like a different point of view. And you know, when people talk about like their dreams and manifestations and stuff like that, like when I used to see YouTube videos like that, I would be like negative about it. I would be like looking at it like, oh, her dreams, oh yeah, they'll come true for her, or like, yeah, like her manifestations, yep, they'll come true for her because she's her, or they'll come true for him because he's him. You know what I mean? I would be like, they'll come true for that person because they're that person, and I'm just not that person. That's what I would think, and I hope like that's the whole point of this. I'm like, of the listeners for this, I really hope that you guys, like, I'm telling you about my story, my dreams and manifestations, but I hope that you guys take it into consideration of your own dreams and manifestations and choose it, because that's what I want you guys to get out of this, is really, really turn around what you learned and make sure you guys chase after your shit, like, for real, for real. So for so long, I would just watch these YouTube videos of people like talking about how they dreamed about having the jobs that they have and the homes that they've had and yada yada yada, and I just did not believe it, and I was just not a believer. And then I could even tell you the specific YouTuber that in the moment that actually like changed. This is like crazy. Like, her name was Lynn Allure on YouTube, and I had seen other videos about dreams and manifestations, and she talks about it in a lot of her videos, but in one particular I was watching, it just like hit me. Like, I don't even know what she said or what word it was, but it had hit me, and especially in that moment, that like, oh my gosh, like, yes, I deserve it too. Like, wait a minute, like, I deserve it too. And it was all clicking together, because it was like, YouTube is it. Like, I deserve it too, and YouTube is what I deserve. And I wanted to do like what she was doing, like as far as just inspiring and really opening up about her story and being vulnerable, and all those things seemed so scary at first, but like it worked out for me definitely, because I knew I had a good heart, and I knew that if I had exposed myself and who I am and my soul, that people would connect with me on a different level, because I was doing that with people on YouTube, when I didn't believe in myself. And then finally I got inspired by someone, and I believed in myself after seeing someone and watching a video, and I was like, that is so powerful what just happened. Like, I have to do this for people. Like, I have to be this voice, not only this voice of entertainment now, but now this coaching voice for people of a whole channel, teaching them how they can be on YouTube and all that. Like, I felt like this push, like, even just to make this podcast and do the songs, like, I just felt like it was like so sudden. It was like this push of like, I deserve it, and why not chase it, and life is short, and how dare I waste another moment of not chasing my dreams, like, whatever they may be. And if it's 4 or 5, then go for all 4 or 5. And that's exactly what I did. Like, I went hard, and I just have not been I've been so happy ever since. Like, I've never been happier. It's crazy. Like, I've been busy, and I've been very, very, like, swamped with work, because it is, at the end of the day, everything I do is a job. But I'm like the happiest ever. Like, I still can't, like, when I worked in the medical field, I worked there in between, like, graduation and where I am now doing all this full time. I worked in the medical field, and I would, like, dream about YouTube. Like, I would literally be writing down YouTube ideas and YouTube, like, all these I would, like, because we had sticky notes at the desk at the medical offices, right? And literally, I would, like, every time I had an idea about a YouTube video, I would write it down. And I ended up having I still have so many sticky notes, and now I've, like, tried to transfer them over into my notebook and be, like, somewhat of an organized, amazing person. But, like, I started out literally just jotting so many YouTube notes down on sticky notes and ideas and just stuff for, like, drag music videos that I wanted to do, and song ideas and song lyrics. Like, it was overbearing. Like, I would just all day long, and it was like I was expected to work and do my job, and my mind was so always on, like, the creative world. Like, I would literally be thinking about what I'm doing right now. Like, I would be thinking about, like, oh my gosh, when I have a podcast one day, what am I going to talk about? When I have a song, or, like, when I have an album, what will that cover look like? And now, like, it's so weird. Like, I wake up and I'm choosing my cover album, and I'm recording my podcast, and it's like, wow, like, that was what like, I would write idea after idea. And I think that's what makes what I do now so easy, is that, like, when I tell you I dreamed about this and manifested it, I writing that stuff. Like, that was another thing I learned from, like, the one that YouTuber Lena Lord. Like, she was like, oh yeah, write down your goals and write down your ideas and stuff like that. And I said, okay. I wrote down every idea, and it became the point where, like, if I don't do this, like, I'm shorting myself, because I ended up coming up with, like, just so many cool video ideas and so many cool, like, music video ideas and song lyrics. I was just, like, writing songs, and I was like, it was just crazy. Like, I really just started, like, manifesting this life to now I have, like, oh, it's just crazy. Like, I really, really thought hard, and I just made, like, every day I acted like I was, like, and it's one of the things that my my friend Victor always says. Like, when I had, like, 10 or 15 subscribers, like, I just ran, like, if you looked at me, it looked like I had, like, so much going on, because I always acted like my channel was more than it was, and I still do that. Like, I treat it like a business. I treat it like a full-time, like, gig, and I just love talking to my subscribers and, like, truly being interactive. Like, that's what truly brings me joy, and hearing all their stories and connecting with them. Like, it's just a dream come true. Like, I'm just beside myself. I still can't believe I get to do this, and I just manifested the shit out of it, though. Like, I dreamed of it for so long. Ow. But I really do feel like the whole process of dreaming and manifesting positive things definitely worked for me. So I hope that my listeners, you guys are able to do the same thing. Like, truly dream, stay inspired. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, like I know I just always talk about myself, but, like, that's really the point of the podcast. Is, like, I tell you, like, it's dreams and manifestations, but, like, I'm trying to tell you what mine were, but also, like, I'm also just I want you to get there too, like, and, like, some of the things that I would do, and I think you should do the same thing, is just really get yourself hype, like. And it's so weird how everything circles back to YouTube, but I would watch so many YouTube videos, and I feel like you can do that for anything you get yourself hyped for. Like, if you want to be the best, like, painter in the world, girl, you better watch all those how to paint videos on YouTube. If you want to be the best singer in the world, watch all the how to be the best singer on YouTube tutorials, tips, video. There are just thousands of how-to videos on so many subjects. So I just feel like it's not an excuse to like not learn your craft and attempt to perfect it. So I really like encourage any artists out there or creators or musicians to really like kill it. Like practice your shit. Like practice your craft all day and then all night and dream about it. Like like I like I'm crazy with my girl. I'm so crazy with my dreams. Like you write them down, I believe in them, I pray for them, I ask for them, and then I do all the hard work to make them happen. And like that's what you have to do. You have to put in the time for the dream. Like I think for so long I think I was like a spoiled teenager when it came to certain things, and I think I almost like expected like, oh, that if I should have a YouTube channel, someone should approach me and they should give it to me. They should ask me if I want to be a YouTuber and be my manager and all that stuff. Like that's what I really almost thought in a way. I feel like without like vocalizing it or thinking it, I feel like that's what younger me kind of had like the mindset of. And that is so like unhealthy, and I'm so glad that I put in the work that I put in and then got rewards for it later, because putting in all that work and not seeing any reward for a long time, like it does something to you. Like it really it grounds you in a way that I never would have been grounded if I just was given a YouTube channel or given a podcast. Like these are things I had to create and set up and express myself on and show my heart on and work hard to promote in order for people to hear. Like it was all hard work, and I just think that people forget that part especially when it comes to particularly being like maybe a YouTuber or doing music or drag, any of those things. Like it's one of those things that like cover art and all the things that are like fancy and the thumbnail, everything looks like absolutely perfect, but the behind the scenes is like crazy. And especially for someone who may be trying to like do it full time or whatnot, yeah, it's just like a lot of work and a lot of time, and you see nothing for a while. That's why I always tell people, like particularly with YouTube, it's like if you're going to do it, you really need to like make sure that whatever your channel is about, you genuinely love everything you're doing, because at the end of the day, like that is what is, you know what I mean? Like that, those videos you're going to be making are going to be on that subject. So don't sit here and say you love chess and make a YouTube channel about chess unless you really play chess every single day and are willing and ready to do a video on chess every day and go live and talk about doing chess and all that. And then, you know what I mean? Like if it's not your life, then I wouldn't recommend doing a channel about it. And if you're someone who's not picking a particular topic, you know what I mean? And if you're someone who is just being yourself, like I wouldn't recommend doing that either unless you're truly ready to be your authentic self and open up, because I feel like that's what it really takes, and that's what it really will make someone successful at that. Oh my gosh, like that's a little bit of a like off rant. Like I'm sorry, I just went off, like particularly just talking about YouTuber, but dreams and manifestations, guys. It all connects. It all connects. But guys, I just really want you to chase after your shit. Like own it and let the fires grow within you, and really, really own whatever it is you're chasing right now, whether it be little or big. Like go for it. Hopefully something I said inspired you, or some part of my story lights a fire within you and gives you an idea. And that's what all this is about, is like sparking ideas within each other. And that's what I love about what I do here, and how I'm able to just speak to you guys. And I hope that you guys get something from this. I hope you continue to dream and manifest the most beautiful things possible. That's all I want for you all, is to just dream and manifest the most amazing lives, and then I want you to let them unfold for you. And I would love it if someone came back to me one day and said that, I heard you talking about dreams and manifestations, and I started it, and now I have this, that, and the other. And that would make me so happy, because honestly, that is like the whole point of this, is to pay it forward. And when I learned what I learned from that girl on YouTube that day, like my life changed forever, and I can't wait for, like, no one really listens to this podcast right now. Like, I do see the views and analytics of it, like, it's very low. Not a lot of people listen to it, so I really do appreciate the ones that do. But the whole point of this is, like, I really hope and dream and wish and pray and manifest that this episode particularly, and all the podcast episodes, do reach thousands of people one day, because I would love for people to come back and tell me, like, wow, like, I was listening to your story on episode 2 of Nigel, a personal podcast, and I started manifesting that day, and girl, I found $10 next day. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever it is. Like, there's so many little things you can manifest in so many different ways, and you just really have to write them down, believe in it, and that's what it really comes down to, is just truly being like, I believe in this. Like, I believe I'm going to get this. I believe I'm worth this. I believe that this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and whatever it is, just like whatever it's like blank. It's like fill in the blank, whatever that may be. You just have to own that believing system. But listen, I love you guys so much. I'm going to end this episode. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing like hours. I also or a half hour. I'm doing like these 20-minute spurts right now, because honestly, like, this is like more like, I named it a personal podcast because it's literally like when I have a thought or idea on my mind, I come here. It's like a therapy blanket for me. This is like amazing therapy, just kind of like having someone to talk to and letting all these feelings and emotions out on particular subjects and themes. And this is something I thought of today. Like, I was literally thinking about my, dreams and aspirations and manifestation, and particularly, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do a podcast on that tonight, and I'm so glad I did, because I just been thinking about it all day and how it got me here and how I'm so grateful for it. And I was like, I have to go let everyone know that that's why I do what I do, and I have what I have because of dreams and manifestation, and whatever it is that they want, they can get it from that too. Like, I cannot let that slip my mind, that is such a powerful message, and that message alone, I want to be so much a part of my channel, my podcast, all that stuff. Like, I want to just spread that message to everyone to really fight for their dreams and manifest the positive things that they deserve. I think that that's so important, and I'm so happy to have these platforms to be able to push that thought into people's mind, and I hope it inspires a lot of people. And yeah, that's it. I love you guys so much. Guys, please don't forget, You Want Me is coming out in a couple of weeks. Pre-save it on Spotify by my drag persona, Jasmine Anastasia. Check out my YouTube channel, Nigel Battle. Also, like, well, I'm going to do a video on it I'm going to do a video soon on why my name is Nigel Battle now, and I changed it from Princess Pudding. But just long story short, in case people haven't gotten that, because I just feel like I should explain it everywhere. I recently changed from Princess Pudding, which was like an Instagram cute little name I made when I was 21, and I put it on. I was my YouTube name for a long time, but now my name is Nigel Battle on YouTube, and now my podcast is named Nigel. So everything is really, for me, coming up into just beautiful full circle. So I'm so excited, but a lot of people are confused by it. But the Princess Pudding was just a cute little nickname from Instagram, and I just used it for YouTube for a long time just because that's what I was known for on Instagram. But now that I'm finally getting closer to my dreams and really starting to be who I dreamed of being, doing that kind of brand change over to Nigel Battle seems so appropriate. So that is the name on Instagram. On Instagram, it's still Princess Pudding, because that's always going to be a cute little Instagram name, you know? So, but either way, I always answer the princess. That's what I always tell people. Like, someone, one of the comments the other day said, because I did a poll about changing my name, and someone was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be like, call you princess anymore. And yes, you can. Like, that's the whole thing. I got, like, when I was in high school, everyone called me princess, and then that's why my Instagram name became Princess Pudding, because Instagram came after high school for me. So, or a little bit like during it. So, like, everyone called me princess in high school, and then that's why my Instagram name became Princess Pudding. And then later I started drag, and my drag name became Jasmine Anastasia, and then I've always been Nigel Battle. But it just seemed like just right that my YouTube name would now be Nigel Battle. And my Instagram name is still Princess Pudding, and people still call me Princess as a nickname. So, yeah, hopefully I hope that reaches a lot of ears because so many people are still confused. Like now I still get comments on YouTube that are like, what happened to your name? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I posted in the community section there, but like I guess a lot of people don't read that, and I don't even know if a lot of people are gonna listen to this. But like maybe I'll do a whole. I'm gonna do a whole video on the name change thing, but I also wanted to just address it quickly here in this podcast. But I guess that wasn't really quick. I kind of just like did a long ass story about it. But listen, I love you guys so much. Dream and manifest your little hearts away. Leave comments down below if you're watching this or listening to this on the YouTube channel, because if you have suggestions for episodes or themes, I would love, 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 love to hear it. I already have so many episodes written out and ideas written out for the podcast, but I'm so interested in what my listeners would like me to cover, whether it be themes or celebrities or topics or songs or whatever, anything that you've seen other people do, or anything that original that you just thought of. What would you love this podcast to be covering, or even guests or stuff like that? We're open to everything here. It's a personal variety experience, much like my YouTube channel. So I love you guys so much for listening. You don't understand what it means to me that you guys have even clicked play for this, no matter where you're listening. You will forever have my heart just by being here with me. It means so much that you clicked on this to listen with me. I love you with all my heart. Do not forget to inspire one another and dream and manifest all the positive things that you deserve. Continue to push and fight for the future that you see in your mind. Okay, guys, I love you so much, and I will see you in the next episode. Mwah.